in our Bible study this week, we're reading about Jacob and his sons, and it was like that weird story where like they trick this city into being circumcised, and they go and they kill everybody.
Yeah.
And in the next chapter, God blesses Jacob and reveals himself as El Shaddai. It's like, wait a minute, what just happened? It's like, is God blessing him because of the sin? It's like, no, God is blessing Jacob because he called him, hey, go to Bethel. And Jacob said, you got it, I'm going. And so God poured out his blessing, even though Jacob was a broken, sometimes horrible man, because of the obedience of, if you say it, I'm going to go. He said, I'm going to reveal something to you. And so I think that's our call as business people, is we cannot live by the world standards. We have to live by the standards of, if God says go, it's yes, Father. Let me go and give me a heart to do it. Because then it's just like when we start saying yes, not to the things that are going to give our ego or what is wise business wise or whatever, it's yes because God calls us to. And
so
when
God
we
may say
no,
go, and it's against the grain, or it's against the advice of what a good quote unquote business plan would be.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's like, and I feel like that's the story of my life. I mean, literally every mentor that I've had it's too much. You're doing too much. And I can't, like, it's, if God says go, I am going to go. And I'm also going to make sure that I'm stewarding what I have already said yes to. Well, and there are times where I've been in burnout, and I can track it back to, that was a me yes, not a God yes.
Yeah.
And totally. I know it. I know it when I say yes. This is a God yes or a me yes. And so that's what I'm gonna be like. So in October, we're going to Africa. It's like, dude, you can't go to Africa. You can't leave your companies. And I was like, yeah, I can, because God's gonna take care of it, or he's not, right? And it's gonna be okay either way. If my business fails because I'm gone to Africa, all right, but I have to answer for that eternally if I say no to where he's calling me.
Right.
Yeah.
Where do you get to go to Africa?
So I'm going back to Mozambique. One of my roommates from when I was in school, him and his wife, who was one of our leaders, they, after school, they started dating, got married, started a base in Tete, Mozambique. And so it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And so we're going to fly in there because he reached out and was like, I love to see you. And so we're like, man, I think this is divine. Let's take our kids and go to one of the most dangerous countries in the world right now. Like they're persecuting Christians like 50 miles north of where they're at. And it's like, all right, let's take my baby there.
And this is still part of Heidi's group.
Yeah, they're affiliated still.
I know that when trying to think, there always had a prayer that I prayed and said, God, give me all the time I need to get everything done I need to get done today. Because when I began to strive and just focus on work and just kind of basically make work my God, I strived so hard, and I would be thinking about work on the way home and trying to solve problems at the dinner table. I got to the point I had to totally let it go because it was consuming me, to the point where I just said, okay, God, you give me all the time I need to get done everything I need to today. And I'm going to have faith that whatever I got done today was enough. And even if my checklist still had 10 other things that needed to get done, I wasn't supposed to get to it. I'll get to it tomorrow.
Good.
And it was a practice. I had to practice it out. But talk about the freedom. And then something you also said that I want to reiterate is when I began to give the business over to God, and because I was at the time in charge of the sales team as well as other areas of the business, our business began to grow, and I had less work. There's less work, less things for me to do. And whenever I gave it over to God, it seems like everything got done that needed to happen. Plus new ideas and new things that we began to try and pursue. It just worked.
It's worked.